Hey there folks, and welcome back to Italy in Europa Universalis for the Mare Nostrum expansion. So, in the last episode, we pieced out with Ethiopia. We straight bifurcated Ethiopia is how this went. I was just looking to take Mecca, and then I decided, hey, they've got a lot of sweet trade goods, and this stuff empties into Alexandria. So we ate it. It's no big deal. And yeah, now we are getting set up for war with France, which can happen September of next year. Over the break, I queued up a number of buildings, is the way I'm going to describe it. Also, several light ships just to throw into the channel for a little bit more in the way of trade power. Other than that, we can kind of let things get going, I guess. Ethiopia has announced the Ottomans as a rival. That makes sense. Switzerland's pissy with Palatinate. That's well and good. Marrakech wants to marry. Yemen wants access. Edinburgh wants to marry. Austria wants access. No to everyone. Alright. Alright, we're very close to restoring the Roman Empire. And you know, it seems pretty in flavor, because, you know, recently we've just been taking over land because we could. You know, bringing peace and prosperity through violence and conquest. Like I said, in flavor. In fact, you know, a good part of the reason I wanted to take this land was just to build manufactories on all of this high value stuff. We're gonna make the world a better place than it used to was. See? Noble goals. No, we plan to give everything to the nobility. That's a lie. Alright, let's get a claim here on France. I assume... Alright, Bourbon looks like the place. Hooray! Arrived in Barrois. Yeah, the troops are they're moving about a fair bit. Well, Afghanistan wants access. I'm just gonna say no. Alright, take 5 of you guys. Make a burger joint. No, that's not right. Alright, send them over there. They can join up. I have a 20 stack of cannons. And then you guys need 3 cav. And some infantry. Guess you're gonna need more than that, but we'll start with that anyway. Right, let's bring folks over that way. No, Ethiopia. Are you crazy? Why would I give you access? I split your country in half for a reason. That reason was not because I like you. Wow. Alright then. Literally no maneuver, but that's fine. I mean, when you've got a 6, when your stats are 6/6, you can kind of do what you want. I think is one way to look at it. Alright. Sure. Alright, we can come back from here, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be absolutely fine. Mecca. Yeah, we're gonna have unhappiness through there, no doubt about it. Oh my, yes. Alright, yeah, They're upset. Amani separatists. Ardalan separatists. No, Adalan. Right. That's down here in the Horn. Well, leaving the Horn. Ethiopia and Kaffa separatist. Yes, indeed. Alright. Can kind of clear folks out from here to some extent. Yeah, but then again, I guess I don't need that many folks to deal with France and Austria. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's not like France and Austria are a threat. I guess I came back from there, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with the diplomat. Bohemia is pretty well happy with us. I mean, I could get claims if I were so inclined. If I wanted to take some of Yemen's land here, hey, you know what? Why not? We'll go ahead and get the claim started anyway. Right. I think I had 2 armies arrive in Cairo, though. That doesn't sound like what I wanted to have happen. So yeah, why don't you come over here? Honestly, you just go to no leader. Arrived in Istria. Right, again, let's check out the forward situation. You march on Poitou, you march on Berry, you march on Alençon. You are... Frankly, buddy, you're superfluous where you stand now. French presence, yes. French peasants. Move you over there so you can step on Bern. Alright, you'll be able to go to München. Actually, yeah, I can move you over now. Alright, who else is France allied with? Scandinavia, Ussa, Austria, and Mutapa. I guess we could get to Mutapa. Austria have any other meaningful allies? Transylvania, Galicia, Oldenburg, Saxony. Yeah, they do. That they do. Then you head over here. Let's join up. The cav are still coming. Coming to cab me away, haha, hee hee, to the funny farm. Anyway, looks like Austria's helping out with that kind of stuff. Normandy, Romagna. Right, those are lights I had hired. Alright, let's do 3 more infantry. Make that a full stack. Does that put me over the force limit? No, not even close. Good deal. Harvest failure. Hey, that actually... Why's that got to be in a place where that matters, man? Goods produced reduced in Mecca is a big deal. They make a good. We make a good great. Try Mecca spices. No, anyway. Mecca gets... Harvest fails for 20 years? Spice harvest in one of our spice producing regions has failed, although not badly. I think minus 50% is kind of bad. However, production will be reduced due to this. I think we have different definitions of badly, game. Jeez. Fleets arriving in Dalmatia. Ah! Yeah, I'll kind of fleets coming in. Country modifier went away. Excellent vintage. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that was plus happiness? Question mark? Yeah, looks like that was increased happiness that went away. Alright. Well, what can we convert? Amasya? Sure. Alright. Seems like that'll work. Oh, they've still got recent uprising. Right. Well then, yeah, that seems a-okay. Did I want another claim on Austria? Take a VOD. Since that's in Genoa. Sure. Might as well. I mean, I may not, you know, depending on exactly how the war score sizes up, but Engel, that's the one over by Galicia, correct? Indeed. In Glid, I'm just gonna let that one go. You didn't hear that from me. I didn't say it. I swear. I swear. Pretty well developed anyway. It's already given to the nobility. Let's burn a little bit of military points. Very specifically going for areas with accepted culture for that, just because I can. Spain rejected peace with France. Alright, that reminds me. I was doing a little bit of looking around. Spain has managed to completely colonize Australia for themselves. And Australia is now at war with Austria. Ha, see, because they're... But anyway. Now that I've referenced, like, a 20-year-old movie where they get that wrong, let's continue on with the game, shall we? Brandenburg declares war on Hamburg. Alright, well, don't bother calling me in, please. Thank you. 9 lights there, okay. Don't remember how many lights I trained up in total. Alright, I think this group can go take care of themselves. Hooray, progress. Alright, next month. Okay, you're both heading to Dalmatia. How about I change your mind? So now that I think about it, I'm probably sending you all to your deaths. Alright, is that the entirety of the ships? No, there are a few more coming in. Alright. You know what, that's fine. Okay, so how are you doing on cores? Looks like you have... Alright, looks like you've at least made everything a territorial core, so yeah, that's good. I'm glad that you've got that much done. You guys have cored most of the things. Alright. Yeah, good deal. Right, they've got a not insignificant sized army. I mean, comparatively insignificant, but hey. Truce with France has ended. Austria is now the Holy Roman Emperor. That makes sense. You vote them in after we cut them down to size. That makes a lot of sense. Because why would you want a sizable emperor at all? those reasonable questions aside, let's come back from Yemen, because that's going to take the longest to come back from, because I'm sensible like that. Alright, 3 more cannons instead of 3 cav. Good, good. I are smart man. Our smart man. Galicia has 2 forts. Transylvania has 2 forts. Alright, well, head over that way. You can help out there. France no longer considers England as a rival. They've announced Jaunpur. Alright. I'll allow it, and I'll buy it. Oh, good. How... Are they still upset? They, in fact, are still upset. Okay, looks like that'll go away. When the active missionary thing goes away. So, that's a positive. Right, unhappiness. I think things are alright, other than that. I don't know, I'll move you up to the capital. The capital? The former Ottoman capital. There we go. That makes slight amounts of sense. Out of curiosity. Good. Good. That's exactly where I want that navy to be, not over here. No, sir. No, sir. That would not make sense for the main navy to be over here where it could do literally anything. There are times where I realize I am not a smart man. Alright, okay, should be integrated sometime in the distant future. Alright. Wait, what was this piece? Alright, Brabant was full annexed, that's not a surprise. Spain will cede. Oh. So they've taken some coastland. Yeah. Well. Good on you. Good on you, France. Alright. French delegation. Flanders wants territory to join. Really? Impossible for them to accept without being promised territory. Of course they want Loon. They even have a claim. That's an awfully loony tune. That doesn't even... Anyway. Scandinavia wouldn't join. Well, that's actually quite nice. Co-belligerent Austria just in case. Like, we're not going to get down to Mutapa. Yeah, we're not going to get down there, right? Because we would have to actually get there to be able to take any of their land. I mean, that said, it's valuable land. There's a lot of ivory down there. There's quite a bit of gold in this area. But no, I'm not gonna. Well, wait. Mutapa, you're allied with France and Rwanda. I'm not gonna bother. Co-belligerent Austria, just in case. We'll call in Bohemia. Brandenburg, you really don't want in? Alright, they just declared their own war. Yeah, sorry Flanders, you're not... As it turns out, you're not good enough for me to be that concerned about you joining. That makes that... yeah. Anyway. Coin firm. Let's join up. 3 heavies versus 12 lights. I don't like those odds, but hey. Alright, that's level 8 fort as I remember it. Indeed. That's a 4. It's just a capital fort. You don't need a leader. You can take, sure, that guy. What are these up here? That's a 4, that's a 2. What is München? Also a 4. Bern is a 5. Alright. Sure. You're marching on Berry, you're marching on Poitou. And Mercurinos. Scandinavia dishonored. Alright, we're at war with what looks like an inconsequential amount. I mean, as it turns out, in terms of the overall world, there's a little more than that, but still. Alright. Let's get in there and see how things look. Roma, you guys join up. Arrived in Liège, Alençon, Poitou, Bethel. Alright, I didn't move you to Bern. Well, I don't feel like a smart man. Didn't bury. Lost the effects of tobacco. Well, that's unfortunate. I like spy detection. Go there, you go there. You go there. You go there. And there. And there, and there, and there, and there, and there. No, wait, no, that's something else entirely. Siege is going. Still take it militarily, but we shouldn't. Wow, that happened quickly. I have to assume that that fort was not funded. Yeah, let's go ahead. Hire another merc for up here. Wait, what? Oh, right, because they were also allied with Austria. And Austria's probably got a lot more diplomatic reputation. Alright, that's fair. You got me. Alright, can't get up there. Well, for now I'll head over to Saxony, in case they decide to join the war. Alright, France. Let's have ourselves a discussion here, shall we? I want all of your lands. Hey, it's not even 100% overextension. That's actually pretty good. What if I were to take Loon? Which would piss off Flanders. Rothel? That's exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you, game. I don't. Alright, well anyway, we can definitely take it all in this war. That's what's important. Before I get hurt. Trying anymore. I'll clear the offer later. It'll be fine. It's assuming that we can get enough war score, which is an actual concern, but I mean, it'll take care of itself. Either we do or we don't. There's a 50% chance, as the kids say. Alright, Cedar Plateau is over. Arrived in Vaud, arrived in Luxembourg. Head over that way. Alright, good. Training fields, conscription centers, more training fields. Right, Cathedral in Jerusalem, more conscription centers. And yet more boats on their way. 85,000 manpowers. Right, Oldenburg joined the war, looks like. That may have been there a while, but I just noticed it. Alright. Head up to Oldenburg. The 21st. Get there. Just in time, looks like. Although to be fair, that's like, I could just go kill them. That is also an option I have. Not as used to having that particular option, but okay. Alright. Luxembourg has come under our control. As has Vaud. More conversions. Conquer Alsace, which is owned by Switzerland, who hates us a lot. Hates us many hates. Hey, Marrakech is helping. Good on you, Marrakech. Although, actually, I would prefer if you went down here. That would be more helpful. Speaking of which, you can. Development 13. I assume you can get there. Then hey, do. Alright, looks like Transylvania joined the war. What is it good for? Also didn't notice when Galicia joined. That's fine. Sure, that'll work. Sieging is happening. Alright. Ulm hasn't joined. Well, alright then. Can you get to Augsburg? Looks like you can. Then you probably should. Rest of you guys, honestly, I'm glad to have met you. So glad that I haven't met you anymore. Yeah. Oh, we can get up there. Well then. Why did I make a suggestion? Out the Battle of Oldenburg. Dogger Bank. Alright. Get back to work. I have no idea how much you've cost us. It's the worst thing that has ever happened. But not the worst thing that has ever happened is this episode, which is now at a close. Thanks for watching, folks, and I hope to see you in the next one where we continue this final war?